Welcome again to the Global Channeling Practice. It is July 6th, and we're going to get started with some light language. And I will begin. So it'll just take me one moment. Tia sukoi hia tia kuia sakatatia oia sekukua hia ia tikia ho sikitia hio sikia ia sikuia hia sikia kuia ia. Rise above your seeming obstacles. Sukoihaya tia tuku hia hia sikia hoia si tia kutoia hia sikia hia ia sikia. These are but illusions. Sukotaia hia sikia ia sukutuia sikia. Progress forward. Sikia el tokoia hia sikia. Set your intentions. Sia koia tia ia huia ia sikia sukutotoia ia tikia. Rise above the chaos. Sikia ia sikia ia hia sikia. Yes, stay centered within your hearts. You will find peace and harmony there. Call upon your star families to support you. Remember the truth of who you are. Your peace resides within. You are greatly loved by all of us. There are many here supporting you. So he is surrounding this group. Supporting your light work. I saw a white lion's face. So I think it was maybe a bit of the white lions of Lyra maybe are with us, because I saw a white lion's face. So, or they want to channel through us maybe.
Beautiful. It's always beautiful. I can go next if you like.
Sure, go ahead.
Atohian yara kahira ta uishi shijuamairi ki anara hoi nara kahirutu o pahoi ni kiena hakai ni shijuana pahai tuhuiana ahuiana kira ta haira tuhunuku ira kahiai ai oira kahihenu huira paika akahi tatoira da anya hira ka o nuru kuhira da hihiru tieni kira ta hira ta kuinya makaiti. We are the galactic unicorns, and we come to you bringing this higher vibration, having you to connect into your joy, remembering that all channeling and all connections that you have should always bring you your greatest and highest joy. Stand on your back hooves, raising your front hooves high in front and lifted and raised to the sky. As you imagine a horse would look doing this, therefore also the same for a unicorn doing this. Imagining their greatest joy as they jump in glee. This should also bring some imagery to your mind of how you can, within your greatest joy, reach your highest glee. When is it that you've experienced success, pumped your fist in the air and said, woo woo, raised your hands in glee, clapped your hands in joy? I see many of you have attended concerts where this would be the case. This also is how we want your heart to feel connected. We send you our greatest love. We remind you, stay in your greatest joy. We love connecting with you and working with you at any and every juncture imaginable. Many blessings to you. Many blessings to you.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you.
Unconditional love. Tari nia karashan. Neturaha. Nia harusun zara. Centered, be centered. Drop into the hearts. Kurahana niene ki wahatura nie. Kuraturaha nia hakiashu. Kirahana niene. Taking all that you have learned. Taramana niene we hakukurashinja. Decipher. To know the truth. To feel it. Tora kahana nie. Mahasho uru unia hakiaha. What is your path? Ma'atura nie nie wahatu koraha. Tura nie 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 wahakura utia shishi. Nela aro na akareha. The path of love. Nyahratkan nie mapaturkan je ratorotun je rahtakan zunzara niewa. Pura anie connecting to others, community. Para aniene ekikia hashro. Nihatara aniene okukuaha. Peace, love, blessings. So be it, and so it is.
Okay, I'm going to see who wants to come through. Tia sia ko tia hia si ko hia hia tia tia ko sia kia tutu hia si kia hi tio hia zo hia ko te kia hia sukuto te ya te ya o se ka ya zio ho ya ka to hia si ka hia o kia hia sukuto ya hia se ka o hia si kia ho te tia si ko ya si kia I to kota ya tia I tia ho ya si kia hia si ko ya I te ka o si ka o si ka o si kita I to hia o te hia ya tia Kia su ia hie kia e o si kia e o to hie kia hie te kia e o tia I tia e sukotoia I kia e si kia sukotoia. Tia sia I te ko I tia e si kia e to ia e ti ko e tia. It is we, the white lions of Lyra, from the 9th dimension. Hia isia ko.
Tahui na ka hohoro tu I raha patakriano ru uru ka hira tahina mahate ijgro yana maha kahata tira no rata kata to kuyana nara tira to.
We thought we would make our presence known for this channeling, for we have been making ourselves known to this tier one in the recent weeks. She has been seeing many pictures of lions that we've been wishing to connect with her, and as well as your group, that you are all progressing nicely upon your spiritual journeys, but you need to go within more at this time to center yourself to be at peace within your beings. For the energies of disturbances, of interference on your planet are beginning to rise even more, and it will take more discipline even than before to maintain a state of peace within your beings. So be aware of your thought processes. Do not let anything that is outside of your truth disrupt you. For remember that you create your outer reality from within your being, that it is projected outwards from yourselves. So be sure to focus on what it is that you wish to manifest, and not that you wish not to create within your reality. Do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I feel like many of us have been doing a lot of zoning out, kind of hitting into that daydream state, and also feeling, even though quite rested, feeling that need to have additional, nap time, so to speak. Can you speak to these new energies that are coming in with the Sirius Gateway? And does it benefit the White Lyrans as well as us to have that additional access through the portal right now?
It is helping you at this time to connect in more, to connect in and to upgrade your connection to the portals within your beings, within your physical vessels, to connect to these other realms. And yes, you're being called to join your galactic brothers and sisters more through these periods of resting or daydreaming or nap time, as you said, that you are doing work in astral during these times, because all of you light workers are greatly needed as things continue to ramp up, that you are working both in your awake time and your dream time. You are doing much work on the councils in creating greater stability on the planet to assist Gaia, and also work on the new Earth structure with your dragons during these periods, even though you may not recollect what it is that you are doing, but you are an elite team, that you have much light to share, vibration to share many, and this is both in your daily lives but also in your dream time, that you are tapping in more into your multi-dimensionality also easier as you've been raising your vibration, as you've been ascending to these higher levels of consciousness, that you are able to more easily shift into other dimensions, even during the daytime now, as you may have been noticing lapses of time in your daydreaming, that you are off doing activities in these other dimensions, that with others that you connect with in those dimensions. So continue to know that all is in divine order, that be true to your need to to rest, because you have been working hard for the light during these times, that this is the time in preparation for the shift, for first contact, to make sure that you clear and protect yourselves, make sure that you are aware of all that enters your space, all that enters your thoughts energetically, any energy shifts within your being that don't resonate with you. Make sure to clear these as soon as you recognize them, but be on guard, be conscientious of what you are doing with your daily activities, with what you consume into your minds, for you are manifesting almost instantaneously now, and you need to be more vigilant of yourselves and the energy that you hold, and calling in your tube of lights, doing your decrees are important to ensure that you are always shielded and protected from outer interference. And you may call this in yourself and do it many times throughout the day. Also, consume great amounts of water, bless your water, and you will need to drink more and more to help keep your energy flowing and clear, keep your connections clear with those of the other realms, keep your vessel clear.
Thank you.
That's continue to do this so that it can assist the great work that you are doing at this time.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know what? I wondered about that too, because during one of my afternoon naps, I feel like all I did was sleep this past weekend, but we recently have been given some elements to work with that were like lines and circles. And I think Susan will recall this from, it was hinted at from Bashar. And I just saw it on a page, like a side note, and it was all kinds of different codings that I saw. And so then the other day I wrote several of them down. I just started scribbling them out, like what I could remember. And I thought, well, there's more in me. So I had the feeling that I was starting to get more codes again, similar to dreams prior, where I had been given a lot of light language. And then once I got the light language, then I was writing it. And then now same, I feel like these were like new codes coming in, so that interpretation was going to be, I guess, downloaded in my system. I don't know, maybe others are experiencing this as well.
Yes, you will continue to, start seeing these symbols, whether it's in your mind's eye, in your dream time, with your eyes open. You'll be seeing these greater light codes coming in to your being to shift and upgrade your DNA, your crystalline structure, that the acceleration has begun for your ascension, that you will start to feel this to a greater degree, these great amounts of light that are coming in and integrating. And yes, it will be very tiring for you, and you will need greater amounts of rest, and to continue to allow yourselves to take time out from your daily activities. Do not feel like you need to be stressed in getting things done, because what you are doing in bringing this light into the planet and anchoring it in for Gaia is your greatest work, and being the the beings of love and light that you are, that other more human activities can wait. You're being called more and more to focus on your missions, to focus on bringing in and anchoring the light through your beings, And this will just only continue to increase as things continue to accelerate on your planet.
I see, that makes a lot of sense. So with that in mind, another recent dream had two. One had wheat in it, which we had talked about previously with another channel. And then the other was flying birds, like a big flock of flying birds just taking flight, like all of a sudden. And I actually experienced seeing almost that same image while I was out on the lake this weekend. And I was like, oh my God, like that's what I was dreaming. So did I dream the image or did I create the image from my dream? And then from what I'm getting, the birds in flight for dream time talk about goals, aspirations, hopes, freedom, joy, harmony, balance, love, spiritual freedom, and liberation. I was told that those are two different doors, the wheat and the birds, and that they were choices to be made. Any thoughts?
The wheat has to do with, you may have heard about that this is the time of harvest for humanity or soul. This is a time of,
I understand it.
Soul harvest in a sense, and that this is the related to the ascension, or those that have chosen to ascend versus those that have not and that will be leaving the planet. So the wheat is in reference to this, that you are that you are in the process of harvesting, in a sense, all the work that you've done, you've come to fruition. You are bearing fruit, bearing your harvest, showing that you have reached the level where you are ready to ascend, where you're ready to bring on more light, where you are ready to grow to the next level, in a sense. So that is what I'm getting. The wheat is related to this sense of harvest, of taking action, and all of the work that you've done up to this point. Now is the time to put it into action. Now is the time to make that harvest of here's all that you've grown, and now is the time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, in a sense.
Beautiful, thank you. And the birds?
The birds, I'm feeling that it is also has to do with viewing what is going on from that higher perspective, but also having that greater sense of unity with others, joining with other light workers, for example, and moving in a similar direction, in a similar purpose, and feeling more of a sense of unity with beings that are both incarnated and not incarnated, and feeling that greater connectivity within your consciousness, but also kind of that taking off, leveling up, having that higher perspective view of what is happening on the planet, and taking, that's another kind of symbolic, taking action, taking flight, moving forward in a path together with other like-minded light workers, and not letting anything hold you back. And it has to do also, yes, the sense of freedom, the sense of moving forward on your mission, moving forward on your path, rising up with others to be above the fray, to be above what is going on below in the third dimension, and being above all of that. and not
Yeah.
letting it hinder you, and that you are collecting more and more in your circle, so to speak, to take that flight and to move forward and to rise up and fulfill your purpose of why you came here, to have the freedom to travel, to go to wherever you wish to go, in whatever direction you wish to go, but also that you are an individual having an experience, but that you are also part of this collective of all the other individuals that have come here to join with you and join their light with you in a similar purpose, in a similar connection, if that makes sense.
Yes, brilliant. Thank you so very much. And lastly, I have this image of this man's face, kind of with long bangs, glasses, and reminds me of a friend that I knew who was an usher in our wedding. But was that someone from the council?
Getting at someone from the Yael. Let me see if getting from Girkfiknir.
Okay, thank you. I know I've been asking them to assist me with some healing because of the ascension symptoms. So it's entirely possible that I was making that type of contact based on that. Plus, I do know that I'm doing work on Girkfiknir as well.
Getting that it had to do with the stargates. That he is like an engineer of sorts, working on the stargates as well. Yeah, I'm just feeling that you were both working together during your dream time.
Mutual dreamers.
So let me see if I get his name. Okay, it starts with a G. I'm getting the name George.
Is that his astral name or is that his on-planet name?
I'm just kidding. You can call me George.
Okay.
I feel like
Well,
it's kind of a, yeah, like he's given a human name, but he finds it somewhat humorous, it seems.
it's probably one of those convoluted, long sound clicking names.
Yeah.
And my apologies. I forgot to ask you if you are speaking to this group as an individual or as a collective.
As a collective.
Thank you so very much. I actually am getting ready to leave as I have a session that I'm getting ready to go and assist an individual with. And so my many blessings to you, my many thanks to you. I hope your energy continues to stay with me as I move into this next stage of, more mission work.
Yes. Yes, many blessings to you.
Thank you so very much. And then let me see who wants to speak next.
Dave, do you have any questions? I do, but if you want to go first, please do so. I think Dave is frozen.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. So, hello, I do have a couple of questions. First, thank you for being with us today. It's, great to have you here with us as a collective. And I am told that in the past, I have incarnated as a Lyra for many, many times. And I do have a recollection sometimes of times with the lions. I do have one specific one in a mountain on top of a white lion. Was that one of my incarnations that I have such a great connections with the lions.
You were on a white lion?
Yes, in a mountain, on top of a
On
mountain.
top of a mountain. I'm getting that this was a lifetime, that this was your father, in a sense, or no more grandfather. That had more of the traditional lion form that you would see on your planets.
Yeah. I was also
but you were of a more humanoid form with Lyran features. Did you sense that you were Lyran in the stream?
yes, I did. Yeah.
Yes. I think you had a little more humanoid type features. And kind of feeling like you were, it's almost like you were playing with your grandfather is the sense I'm getting. The lion, almost like he was giving you what would be similar to what you'd call a piggyback or horseback, like a ride.
Mhm.
Connecting with you. The mountain.
Do you have a name for him and myself at that time?
Yeah. I also feel like maybe you were traveling as well, or you were on I guess, a vacation of sorts, or a pleasant memory of being together. Let's see what his name is. Getting the name Afthusa, like AFTHUSA, Afthusa? Afthusa. AFTHUS.
And my name?
Afthusa. And your name was like Lillian. But sometimes that perhaps, but I'm also getting Liliana. So maybe that was like more of a nickname. It feels less strong.
Mm.
But I feel like
Am
Lillian was your true name.
Lilian. Am I a part of any council from the Lighting Collective?
Yeah, I'm getting that, yes, you are part of the Lyran Council. But I'm feeling that this was like a different incarnation, that you were male. Or this is that you were like a statesman on the Lyran Council. It's a different one of your incarnations. That you are working with other galactic species. involved in trade and bartering. Almost like a foreign ambassador of sorts. In making peaceful connections to exchange goods from other galactic species. And helping to ensure peaceful relations, managing relations with these other beings. I'm getting also like a cultural ambassador. You were very knowledgeable about these various cultures so that when you did connect with them, that you were respectful of their individual cultural traditions. And you also learn many different languages as well for these connections. Let's see what your name was in this incarnation. Again, the name Hayden, Hayden, Hayden.
I have another question regarding, I received the name for my higher self or my creator being named as a Tortarian Zianzoran. I wanted to confirm that if that is really my higher self name, if that's the person that I'm supposed to connect with my channeling.
Can you repeat the name, please?
Tortarian Zianzoran.
Tortarian Zianzoran. Okay, yes, this is your creator being self, your higher self aspect from the creator realms in the 7th dimension. And that you are able to connect in more with this aspect of yourself through your meditations, through your light language. You can intend to channel light language from this higher aspect of your own being, as well as connect more telepathically through your meditations to ask for messages, to ask for this greater embodiment of this part of yourself, to bring in more of this energy from your creator being. But you are meant to bring in, I guess, more of this essence, more of the knowledge of this part of yourself, but it will continue to grow the more you connect in and ask for this energy to come more within your earthly being, to bring in more of this higher vibrational essence into your lower self, and to come into greater conscious awareness of its presence within you. and to be able to use this light for your healing, for your mission.
Is this, the abilities they're giving me supposedly this month would have anything to do with healing or languages through channeling?
I'm getting both. That as you continue to express your light language, and that your light language will have a healing effect, an activating effect, as you've seen with others in this group, that it will continue to come online. It will continue to strengthen as you allow it to flow more through your being, that others will be affected by this light and the light codes that will be flowing through you, that it will, if they need healing, it will provide healing. If it needs them to be activated in their gifts or in clearing energy from their heart or whatever is of need for whoever you encounter or feel called to share your light language with, that this will have a healing effect. It'll have a energy clearing effect. It will help to activate others on their spiritual path. But you can also intend to send healing through your hands, that you do have a natural healing ability that you can direct through intention to send to others, as well as if you feel called to doing light language symbols with your hands, this is also something that is used as part of the healing abilities that you will bring more and more online in the coming months. Because I do feel you are going through greater expansion and upgrade of sorts. You're expanding more to allow more of this light to flow through you, to bring in more of these light codes to be expressed through your being and shared with humanity as you are called to do so.
And do I have a spaceship that I pilot? Because I do have memories that I'm working in Astro doing some sort of driving, piloting a ship or going to portals. And quite often I see portals. Is that something that I'm working on it on Stargates or the grid at the moment?
Yeah, one moment. Getting that you're traveling in your Merkaba. And I do feel like, yes, you are traveling through portals. Or I have a vision of this. I'm not getting so much that you're working on Stargates, that you are traveling through the Stargates that are open. Feeling that you are doing work with the Arcturian Council is what I'm feeling. And that you are a member of the Arcturian Council. I feel that you and Wendy, you both have a similar connection with the Arcturian Council, and that you do sometimes do work together. during your dream time, even though you don't have this recollection, but you are both, yeah, like earthly ambassadors from Earth as avatars, as representatives.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel that it's almost like you are reporting back to the council some of what's going on Earth, or what the current conditions are, but you are also part of meetings, part of what is going to be occurring on Earth in the coming years, that you are in preparations, doing preparation work during some of these dream times. But you are, yeah, recalling, yeah, basically some of these travel, but I'm feeling it's, yeah, travel using your Merkaba through these, yeah, stargates or portals, but that you are, yeah, working with the Arcturian Council in preparations for Earth, is what I'm getting.
I do receive like codes during my dream state, and I see it like a universe and lights and different codes and symbols and very different images. But I also do sometimes wake up in the morning, I have symbols in my forehead. Are those meaningful? Do they mean anything? Do I need to write them down and translate them, or what is it?
Yeah, I right away got the message that to draw them, on paper, to create artwork with them or share them as well. But yes, you should definitely draw them, what you can remember, draw these codes, and if you feel called to share this artwork or use these symbols as you do your healing or your light language with your hands, that this can also assist you. But definitely record them.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I did a session, a channeling session with my friend David, and I brought it in the energy of Jesus. It was my first time really channeling Jesus. Was that really Jesus, or was more like me getting the energy that was Jesus and putting out? Because the message I got before is that it's not that I have fear, I just wanted to do it correctly. I want to be, doing something that it's not me putting my 2 cents on it. I wanted to channel what's coming. Is that what happened, or wasn't like really Jesus that came? Because it was really strong, the energy.
Yes, let me check. Getting that, yes, it was his energy, but there was some ego interference, or just the self-doubt, and this will continue to dissipate as you practice more, as you allow, as you trust the connection, and you can practice on your own, and sit down and ask to connect with Yeshua. And the more that you make the connection with him, with other beings, the more that you recognize their energy and trust their energy in bringing it in to connect with your energy field, the more that you trust the connection and allow it, and intend to set your ego aside, intend to not let it come in, or if you feel it come in, tell it to just step aside and to call upon Mother, Father, God to bring the messages in purely into your being. But I feel that it's just a matter of practice. The more that you trust and allow, the more that you recognize the energy signature of the different beings that you're bringing in, and the more that you allow it, all of the members in your group have had this when they began, this sense of self-doubt or ego coming in, but it will lessen the more that you practice, that you will feel a stronger connection. But yes, definitely the energy was there. Yeshua is always there with you, loving you, supporting you, that he was there with you and is encouraging you to continue to connect with him and to trust and allow this connection. And as are all the positive beings that have connected with this group, that you will feel and sense them more and more and recognize their energy and the difference in their energy signatures the more that you practice. So continue to move forward on this path of allowing these beautiful messages, this beautiful energy to connect with you, and let it flow, let it just come in and step aside, and let the energies, as long as you feel it's a good connection, let it come through, and it'll become easier with time.
Well, my love to Ashra and to all of you for coming, being with us, and bringing all that light and all this love to our lives, and putting us on the right path of our mission, which is becoming clearer and clearer as time goes by.
Atiarotura-san, sharatore kiki anaha, nima atorie.
So kia isia o sa yeta ya sikito yete koto.
Is there any of this past couple of weeks have been really pretty wild, just things I've been feeling and experiencing? Is there any kind of thoughts or insight into what's going on right now, or what's been happening with me?
Much of this does have to do with the Syrian portal right now. A lot of the energies that this group has been feeling, this exhaustion or trouble with sleep, or feeling some of the emotional impact from the collective energies. Maybe you may feel some of this arising or within you, but know that it is from the collective, to just send love and release it. But yes, you are needing this.
Strong.
Yeah, the energy is strong because of the Syrian portal that's going on right now this week. But allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to take a time out when you feel these energies, in order to re-energize your body, and you are taking in much of this light. You are expanding, you are growing, all of you, with this increased light that's hitting the planet right now. And you will find that you do need this greater rest in order to incorporate all of the new light codes coming in.
Wendy has asked if Tiniana Melamini is her higher self to connect with.
Whether that is her higher self?
Yes. So the name is Tiniana Melamini.
Yeah, Tiniana Melamine. Yeah, she is bringing in more of her conscious awareness of her higher self, that she is connecting more to this higher self aspect in her channeling, in her healing work, that she is feeling more of this presence expanding within her, of her creator being essence is growing within her field, that she Yeah, she's feeling, or should be feeling, a greater expansion, a greater embodiment, that it's feeling more a part of her as opposed to feeling separate from her. That's more integrated now than before. That she should be feeling more like it is, that aspect of her is more one with her. There's still some ways to go with bringing more of that, more of the abilities related to her creator being self online, but she has come a long ways with doing her inner work to bridge this connection with bringing in more of her higher self into her lower self and bridging that gap and feeling more oneness within herself. And that her ability to utilize some of these higher gifts, this higher knowledge, will continue to grow for her. She has made great progress, but there is still more to come. And I know she sometimes has a sense of impatience with having these things come online for her, but she is exactly where she needs to be on her path, and to continue to allow her growth and expansion to continue, and she will find greater synchronicities happening for her to guide her along in the right direction, and there will be even more surprises in store, and to have patience with herself and to allow and not try to rush things would be our advice.
While
Just
we're
taking
waiting
a
for
minute.
Elga, the question that I have is that this past weekend, there were 4 little, we think, starlings that were flushed out of their nest. And we fished them out of the water after we saw that had happened. And then I'm just wondering how those little birdies are doing, please. I think one of them may have passed. I sent them some light and love after we got them out of the water and put them into a little crate. And then I believe they were on their way to a wildlife center. Hopefully that happened, but just wondering about the little birdies. Thank you.
All right. Feeling that 2 have passed. The other 2 are still alive. Feeling that 1 will definitely live. The other one is a maybe if it continues to feed and increase in strength. Yeah, I feel there are, yes, these wildlife rehabilitators that are assisting them at this time. But they've gone through a lot of trauma or shock from this experience.
Also send them some healing.
Yes, if I may send them some more light and love, please, and ask this group to just do the same for the our
Yes.
little wildlife friends who may not have made it, and those that do. I mean, we know that it's a cycle here on Earth, right? We come and we go, but still nonetheless.
Yes. Tia sukuhi tia kosa ya zia so sia kia ya zikoto ya tia haye tikito ya sikia itoko hia sika ya toto ya tia aya sia ya zito ya tia ito ya tia itoko ya tia sikito toto ya sia ho ya hika ite ya to ya tia hia zo ya hika itoko ya sikitia hi Huitaya itoko yatia sukuhoya ya sikia sukutoya. we send our healing as well.
Thank you so very much. And then one more question that I have that came up because I was being told to tell others, not just for myself, but to tell others to connect in not only with their higher self, but their highest self, to start connecting in with their highest self so that we have access to the many levels of consciousness that we are able to connect with. So can you speak to that? And I believe for myself, it's Tinyana Melamy. However, with the capability of channeling, I mean, with being able to connect with others in, 12th and higher dimensions, maybe we should be just reaching for the top. But your advice, please.
Yes. Yes, you are able to connect in to like higher collective energies such as ourselves, but even up to the 10th and 12th dimensions, as this one has connections in higher collectives at that level, not incarnated, of course, but that she is part of these collectives that she knows about, that you should continue to focus on raising your consciousness higher and higher, and you can intend to connect with the higher dimension that you can hold as far as the consciousness within your being. It may not be that you can hold these energies continuously, but in your meditations, in your prayer time, in your connections, such as in channeling, like with our collective, other higher collectives, the more that you can clarify the mind, the more that you can allow in these higher vibrational energies and hold them more consistently within your being. It takes practice, it takes discipline, it takes opening yourself up and allowing these types of connections, but your body also needs to be in more of your crystalline DNA form to also connect in more readily to these higher dimensional levels. So as you grow, you will open up more of these connections, these abilities. You'll be able to hold this higher light more readily. You'll be able to connect to these higher collectives that you are part of, all the way up to the 12th. So yes, there is this ability, but you also don't want to short circuit yourself, in a sense that you also need to be able to be at a level within your physical vessel to connect up to a certain level. And it sometimes, but gradually you will be rising to that level. You are already having these moments of connecting to these higher dimensional realms, and that will continue to become more a part of your daily lives, is connecting into these higher energies, because you will become more of a light body form. It'll become easier for you to do this, but continue to set these intentions to connect with these higher levels, these higher collectives that you are a part of.
Beautiful, I understand. Now, previously, I was told, speaking of diet, that I was still supposed to take fish protein as part of my diet. Is that still the case? Or am I, at this point, being advised to no longer do that and to change to strictly vegetarian?
feeling that you still need the fish protein as a sense of grounding your energies, that it assists with this. But you are also, it's also a connection of sorts with the water element, with the water within your being, and with beings that exist within these places of water that you visit, that it's almost as if you are unifying your essence with theirs, even though you are consuming them, that if it is done sustainably, if it is done in a more gentle fashion, or in respect of the being, or if you also set your intentions before you consume to bless the life force that you are consuming, that and that you wish to have a sense of unity with that life force, that to have a greater connection with the water element by consuming these beings from that live in these live in the water elements, that I see that it helps this connection, if that makes sense. It may not seem to make sense, but
it actually
are,
actually
there's
does.
a saying you are what you eat. It's that you, as long as you are blessing the life that you're consuming, and you are doing it with love and a sense of unity and connecting your life forces together, so that you can have greater understanding of that environment and then the beings that live in that environment, and you do it with respect and love, that I'm feeling they do not mind being a food source if they are treated in this manner with respect and love.
Okay, beautiful. Because that's definitely one thing that I have been taught, is to give thanks for my food, to bless it, and to also thank the being for offering its life. And oftentimes it can be, one. So for example, it can be one fillet of salmon, and that salmon may feed me, 4 different meals, 5 different meals. So it's definitely a beneficial opportunity to give multiple thanks for the same.
Yes. Yes, but I feel that this is still needed for you at this time.
Thank you for clarifying for me, because I wondered. I thought that was the case, and I learned to trust myself. But it's always, good to see and check in on these things when you have an opportunity to. So just checking with Elga to see if she was able to get access, if she has any questions, and how also is the channel doing.
I'm feeling she is tiring, so probably just a few more questions.
Yes, greetings. Who is talking, please?
We are the White Lions of Lyra.
Oh, yes. My
The
brothers,
collective.
Yes, my brothers and sisters. Yes, I would like to know right now, just one question practically. What do you see as the state of the situation here on Earth? How far have we advanced?
Everything is on track at this moment, that things have been stabilized as far as the light quotient, and the light within those that are on the ascension path will continue to grow in their reality experience as they connect in with their new earth and the creation of it, as you call it, as you tap into these higher dimensions, that things will seem to become a bit easier for you as your light quotient grows, but you will continue to see a ramping up of the lower energies in the third dimensional realm, that you'll see what appears to be the illusion of chaos, if you will, growing for those that are still connected at that level of energy. But continue to be the example of the light, hold the light for your earthly brothers and sisters, for the human collective consciousness, and raising it up and helping to assist those that have yet to awaken. But continue to be prepared, continue to hold the lights within your beings, continue to move forward on your missions, on your paths, and be in a state of readiness for first contact, for things that will shift and change on your planet. Just trust and allow and know that all is well, that you will all be taken care of, that you are all safe, and that the more that you tap into the higher energies, your lives will continue to unfold beautifully and blissfully as you bring in more of these energies from your galactic connections that are always reaching down to lift you up, to uplift you, to show their love to you, to show their support to you. Always know that you are never alone, that you are never abandoned, that you are always right on track for what you chose to experience in this incarnation. So try to be in joy, be in peace, be in your centeredness within your heart, and know that this is what you came for, that this is the experiences that you wish to create for yourselves, and to be in this path of ascension, and it will continue to expand and grow and lift you up and bring greater astonishing events into your experience, but it will all be for the highest and best good for humanity, for those that wish to have this experience of ascension. But those that do choose not to also are on their chosen path, and to allow all to have their own reality that they themselves have created and chosen to experience, whatever that reality may be. Do not judge it as good or bad, or feel that there is something wrong, even though it may have the appearance of such. But you are all doing wonderfully, that you all are the brave, powerful beings of light that you are. Just be who you are, be in the now, be on this path of enlightenment, of bringing in more of the light, anchoring into Gaia, and enjoy your individual journey, but also the collective journey that you are all contributing your light towards.
Thank you so much. And my spiritual path, do you feel or see in me that I have somehow advanced?
Yeah, I feel that you have cleared out much of your heart chakra or any blockages there from your past. You may still continue to feel, as many of you do, some of the collective consciousness energy is, but know that this does not belong to you. It's something to send your love and light to and release. But I see that your chakras are very clear, very bright.
Yes, yes, they are.
Yes, and that you have done tremendous work to clear any old programming, any old belief systems from your being, from your energy body, your emotional body.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything at this moment that's impeding you or holding you back or causing any great disturbances, because I feel, yes, you've reached a very high level within your heart.
Yes.
So yeah, continue to just be, to trust, to allow, just enjoy every moment that you live, that it should be a celebration of life.
Yeah.
Every now moment.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything that we can do to help you, like send healing or prayers, light language? Is there anything to assist you in any way?
I would say that you could do so to help clear any of your Lyran ancestral energy, clearing ancestral lineages. If you have Lyran ancestral lineages, continue to send your healing energies to clear this old energy. So any ancestral clearing that you can do within the Lyran collective that you feel called to do would be much appreciated to your Lyran families from other incarnations within our species. That would be something that you could greatly assist with.
What do you do in that process? I'm not sure when you say clearing, what it is that we're
Similar to just set the intention to send healing to the Lyran, to your Lyran families, if you know that you've had Lyran incarnations, or even if you don't, you can send it to our collective for the benefit of any karmic clearing that is needed within the collective, within the Lyran species. Even if you yourself may have not been Lyran, you can also send healing and energy clearing intentions to us as a collective, to those that need this type of clearing, this karmic clearing within our collective, this ancestral clearing.
okay? So with intention, just
from
send healing,
past life, I shouldn't say past lifetimes, but other lifetimes, from wars, from within our realm, clearing any of these old energies and replacing it with the love and light from Creator.
Okay, so send healing and just set the intention to clear any negative.
Yeah, clear any.
Heal.
Yeah. Any ancestral clearing or karma that needs to be cleared from the Lyran collective or from your specific family connections from our collective.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Much love.
Much love. Yes, yukoya hikia sikitoya.
Blessings, thank you.
Much blessings. I will leave you with a blessing. Hoezia koya te uozia hi te kyotia ye te kota yes kitia yeto yes uko hea tia koya hefia so ye tia ko yitia hosaya kaya to hikia hoesikia ho ye tia i hosea kia yes koya yeto ko hea yes kia yeto ko yes kutoya hia sia kotia hi kutoya hia sukuto hea tia to ye Yes, koya yes, kutoya yes, koya taya koya tia ho ya tia kia o sikia tia. Yes, kotaya ya tukoto yetia yes, koya ya sikia yo sikia ye. Hosi, I call upon the Creator on high, Sukotaya yes, Sukotoya ye, Tukuya ye, to shower great blessings upon you. Seako tea here, Katia ye, Hoseako tea ye upon your collective. Seakayo tohia ye. Yes, koya ye, for we are all one. Sikaya toya ye, he is in the all that is. Sukotaya toya kaya tio, Sikaya huya kia ye. Tia sukoya ye, sikaya oya ye, sukoya ye, sikia ye, connect with your brave lion heart. Sukotaya ye, sikia ye, connect with our lion heart. Sikaya hoya tia ye, ya sukoya ye, sikia, for we will give you courage, we will give you strength. Huya ye, sikia ye, sikia ye when you feel weak. Sia ko te hia ye, sikia ye, we will help expand your light. Connect your heart with ours. We are always around you. Here to assist you. Farewell and blessings for now.
Thank you and much love.
Much love.
Are you all right, Susan?
Yeah. Just
Beautiful.
coming back
Powerful.
around.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh.
You really go for it now. It's like, wow, it's great. I wish I could
you
do
really
that.
did go for it today.
I so wish I could.
Oh, you do. I mean, you like trance channel. Like you just go into trance channeling just like that. I wish I could do that. But yeah, that was awesome. I saw the lion face for those that weren't here earlier when I was doing light language. I first saw the lion's face and I got the white lions of Lyra wanted to come through, who I've channeled before. They're from a ninth dimensional collective, and I know Wendy has channeled them as well in the past. And but yeah, the whole time I was channeling, I kept seeing like the lion, white lion's face, and just how regal and beautiful they are. It's and how wise, and their energy is amazing. So I love connecting with them.
Yeah.